What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all having a great day today. It's been a while since I grabbed the camera. I have been moving. I'm no longer staying at my old place, so that's why I haven't had time to record or do anything to the car. But for today's video, we are going to be installing carbon fiber trim. First of all, this steering wheel is going to get removed. I did pick up a E92 M3 steering wheel. I like it better than the stock steering wheel because on my girlfriend's F30, her M Sport, her steering wheel is thicker and it's not like this type of material, it's like different. That's why I went for the E92 M3 steering wheel, because those are also thicker. The stitching has like color to it. I'll show you guys in a bit. We are also going to be removing this Alcantara trim. I won't be using that because I did get this whole piece in carbon fiber, so that's going to be gone. Also, this button right here, we are gonna change that for the M button, which is gonna look good because it's in red. And then also the stop button is gonna be in red. I do want to paint this black, but I don't have time to do that right now, so I'll probably do that later. But yeah, let's get to removing the steering wheel. So also, guys, don't forget to undo the negative terminal on your car and give it a couple minutes, and then start undoing the airbag, because you don't want this to pop in your face or in your hand, because that's going to be bad. So now it's just undoing these clips. That's one. Just like that, the airbag is off. Just put that to the side. So now we're going to undo the bolt, which is a 5/8. So next, just pop off the steering wheel now that the bolt's removed. Just like that, it comes off. Now I am going to be removing the Alcantara trim, which is just 3 bolts right here, the bottom of the steering wheel, and then on the other side, which is holding this trim in place. That way we can get to the buttons right here to swap them over to the new wheel. But let me show you guys the new steering wheel right now. Alright, so here's the new M3 steering wheel. As you can tell, it has like colored stitching inside. The material is different on the steering wheel, and this one is way thicker compared to the OEM one. But yeah, overall it feels better, it looks better. Let me start removing the trim, that way we can get those buttons and start working on this new steering wheel. Okay, so to remove the trim, you are gonna have these 3 bolts as I showed you guys, which are gonna be Torx 20. Just do this upside down, that way you don't drop the screws. So now that all 3 have been removed, all you gotta do is pop off, grab the edges, and then it should come off. So now it's just undoing these 2 bolts, that way we can get the buttons off. So it has 4 tabs, 1 here, 1 here, and then 2 right here. That way we can undo the trim to remove this top piece to install this M button, which is gonna look really good and make the steering wheel pop, especially with the carbon fiber trim. So let's start popping off these clips, that way we can get this button installed. So now that the tabs are off, just remember which button it was, which was this top one. So we're just gonna pop this off, just like that. Get the new M button. Make sure you install the M right, because you don't wanna put this back on and then it's gonna be a W. So just pop this back in, and just like that, the M button is now on. So that square right there, right in the middle, is gonna go with this tab right here, that section right there. So that's gonna go in there. So just make sure you put everything right. So now all the buttons are on. Just play with them, make sure that everything clicks, comes back. So now everything is good. So now we are going to install this piece onto the carbon fiber trim, which I'll be showing you guys right now. So here is the carbon fiber piece. That's gonna look really good with the M3 steering wheel. So let's get to installing this. So first things first, we're gonna start installing the buttons to the back of the carbon trim. Alright guys, so everything is on now. That looks really good. Stands out a lot now. So now we're gonna be installing this onto the M3 steering wheel. So the trim is already on the steering wheel, guys, and that looks extremely good. The steering wheel is so much thicker and it feels better. The M button is on. So before we install the steering wheel, like I said, we are going to be installing also the red push start. Now that the steering wheel is out of the way, I did pop this trim off, and then there's two tabs that hold this in, which I'll show you guys right now. So here is the button. Like I said, there's two tabs, one here and one here. Just push those in and this thing should pop right out. So now we are going to remove the outer trim, the silver trim. So there's technically 4 tabs. They're super small. You guys can see them. There's one here, here, the bottom here, and right there. And that just pretty much just grabbing onto this black piece right here. So you can see here pretty much where the tabs are gonna be on the OEM one. So just go ahead and pry those off. That way we can put this one back in. Just like that, it should come off. So there's the button. Now the only thing left to do is push this one on. The engine is technically the same as this. And then also you can't mess this up because you see this little notch on top. That's where the top section goes. So just push this back in. So it does have this notch on top, which is gonna go with this notch up here. So just put this back on. Make sure all the clips are on, and then just like that, that's on. So now it's just placing this back in, and then now the button is installed. There you go. So that looks really good. Now that that's on, let's start installing the steering wheel and see how it looks. Alright guys, so there it is. The steering wheel. Had to add the final touch. I was gonna go with that M1, but I went with the N54 just to change it up a bit. So that looks extremely good. The carbon fiber looks amazing. This M button, the red push start. I am gonna paint this eventually. I just left it like this because I don't have any paint right now, so that'll stay for now. But this looks really good. I did get this from my sponsor at NorCal Dynamics. I got this from him, the button from him, and also the badge. So if you guys are interested in those, he also has these carbon fiber pieces, which are not the screw-ons, they're just the overlay ones with 3M tape. You guys can go ahead and go to his site, use the code SRBUILDZ to save 5% on anything on his website. So I'll put the link in the description to the website. That way you guys can go check out anything you guys want for your E92, your F30, N55, N54. He has a bunch of things. So if you guys are interested in stuff for your car, interior, exterior, performance, make sure you guys go hit that link in the description. so you guys can go to his website and check it out. So yeah guys, big shout out to my sponsor for hooking me up at NorCal Dynamics. This steering wheel feels way better now. The carbon trim looks amazing. We are going to start working on the interior of his car to start making it look better. But I hope you guys enjoyed, guys. There is more videos coming, so stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification button so you guys know every time I upload a video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.